morning, class.
Good morning, sir. And how are you today?
Very well, thank you. And how are you?
At the school, we are very fortunate, one of the fortunate schools that can boast 2 computer rooms. The problem that we have with the computer rooms is that if I take my class for an example, we only have 2 periods to use the computer room. I've got 40 children in my class, about 3 of them have access to the internet. My students love watching TV. I don't think there's one of them that don't watch TV at home. I don't think most of them watches the educational programs, because the educational programs comes on when they are in school. If it's possible that I could have a TV in my class and watch TV when the programs are being broadcast, like in the morning, it would be a great help. The first time when they came into the program and they told me about this, I was scared because it was something new. But I also knew that to start something new would be bringing new adventures into not only enriching my own life, but enriching the lives of my children as well. And bringing the TV into the classroom, I have this hope that it will somehow enlighten not only myself, but broaden my children's vision of the world outside there. In the classroom, I need to paint a picture of the outside world. The TV can bring the outside world into the classroom. They can travel the world by staying in their classroom. I would love to be able to come into the classroom, switch on, and say, class, this morning we are going to Iceland. We're going to see the volcano that exploded or that erupted in Iceland. And we can see how that affects the lives not only of people abroad, but how it could also affect people's lives in our country and in our class. Education should be fun, and the TV is part of making their life and their education fun, to enjoy what's being taught to them.
And then Liam.
I think I know what's going to happen. Somebody else is going to move into that house. The next day, Anne had to go shopping with her mother.
Our kids at our school, they have once a week, only once a week, an hour they spend on the computers. We're moving to a new era where technology is playing a part. And the interesting thing for me is, what I'm positive about, is that children love technology. They worship a television. But now what happens, although on the stations there's some educational programs, but these kids don't latch onto that. And so now what's happening is that here we've got a situation, a vehicle at the moment, where with the teacher and bringing the television into the class, and you will see the reaction of children immediately, seeing the television in class, seeing the teacher there, and latching on the 2 of them together is a fantastic opportunity for them. And they get focused, they are actually glued, and they listen to exactly what is being instructed on the television. So this venture that Logic Way is actually doing at the moment is trying to enhance, to help the children, and also to make it cheaper to bring technology into every single class in South Africa. And so with the funding and the necessary funding, it will happen. Bringing the television in class, it's much cheaper and it's affordable. And kids, they love it.
Mr. Hardy talked about his garden. The next day was no better. By now, Anne and the 2 boys were tired of being detectives.
Tell me, which country's airline is that? Yes. How do we know it's South Africa's? We can see the flag at the back. What are we having in 22 days' time? The FIFA World Cup, yes. We are going to have visitors from all over, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
I wonder from where they'll be coming from. Okay, from where will they be coming? Somebody will come from Italy.
Brazil.
From Brazil. Portugal. From France. Okay, that's fine. Now, if I come from France,
Which mode of transport will I use that resource? We will use the airplane. It's the quickest way to come to Cape Town. Fine. What's different? Let's just see if there's anything, if there's something different. Explain to me what piece of hotel it is. It's something that begins with an L. It's actually train. Now we are going with a train to Johannesburg, and let's say Johannesburg from Cape Town is about 1,200 kilometers. Okay? How many kilometers per hour do you think can the train go? Just 7 kilometers an hour. I don't want to take that train, that's too slow. Then I'd rather stay at home. Okay, let's be quiet. Write the sum on the board for me. Units is equal to let's ask units.
To work with decimal numbers and whole numbers, calculate square roots and cubic roots. To create a new number, hundreds and thousands.
Better understanding of values and place values.
This one was about mathematics, and that allows teachers to have more content to display. As a result, to have more teachers for the children.
Education is one thing, technology is another thing. But making technology applicable to education, that's where the trick is. Bringing content to much needed learners out there. I think that's why we are very proud as Telkom to be part of this inaugural pilot.
There are many disparities around the world. We talk about the digital divide, and what we really mean is people that have got access to information and others that don't. And it's wonderful to have the means, the technology, the systems that can reach out to many, many in this country and across this continent that have got no access to information, which means no access to education.
We have created a project called With TV We Learn, and this project is dedicated to empowering people by educating them through new technologies. So far the project has gone very well. We are very happy with all of our partners. Telkom South Africa, the leading telecommunication company here in South Africa, and Maskew Miller Longman, a sub from Pearson Group, which helped us with the contents, but also with all the institutions, local institutions that are really helping the teacher, the principal of the school. Everybody is really enthusiastic, so everybody does its best, and it works really well. As Nelson Mandela said it, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. And it's really important that we all change the world to have all these emerging countries go up and grow. We can give this weapon to the hands of all the teachers in South Africa to make it happen here.
In my mind, the digital component would enhance the learning from the traditional print component and make the learning more interactive.
Both digital resources and print resources can really bring their own benefits to the classroom, and I think the real exciting opportunity is to see those working together hand in hand.
More and more we're moving towards the interactive way of learning, where the learners are taking charge of their own learning and the teachers are helping them on the way to achieve.
Although large tracts of South Africa are rural and many of them don't even have electricity, you're very likely to find things like televisions everywhere, even if they're used in community or collectively. So I think it's a familiar technology, so if that can be combined with interactive learning, I think that could be very exciting. It's also easier to maintain, and there are maintenance issues, especially when you get out of the urban centers into far-flung areas.
I think the name says it all. With TV we learn, and the TV probably is the most accessible mean of technology in South Africa, where each school could have a TV in their classrooms and in their libraries. And the content delivered through the TV seems to me like the most comforting, most accessible by the teachers.
Yeah.
One day you're going to be the leaders of this country. You won't need weapons of destruction. Your weapon will be education. It made me proud to be a South African, truly proud, when you see the passion of your teacher and how well behaved you were as a class and how actively you participated. That made our hearts very, very happy. Thank you very much for taking part. And then to all the technology partners, thank you very much for making it happen.
No.